Main aim of pronoun is to avoid the repetition of one noun time and again. So let's discuss its kinds. The very first kind that is known to everyone is a personal pronoun. Which pronoun? Personal pronoun. Now what does personal mean? Yes, you guess it right. The pronouns that are used for persons. Now we already have been through persons. There are three persons: first, second and third. What is first person? The one who speaks. What is second person? The directed or indicated listener. I'm not saying that all the guys who would be sitting in any discourse would be the second person. They may or may not be, but the directed or the indicated listener would be termed as the second person, and third person is about whom the whole discourse is, or which is discussed between the first and second person. So hopefully that makes the sense. So what is personal pronouns? All those pronouns that we use for the three persons. Like for first person we use, like for first person we always use I for singular, we in plural cases, and for second person we use you, and for third person of course we use he for male, she for female singular, they for both male and female plural, and of course we can use it as an impersonal pronoun. We'll discuss what is impersonal pronoun in detail in our next classes. So hopefully everyone has got that personal pronoun is the pronoun that is used for all the three persons. It has got many cases like possessive cases. If we talk about the possessive cases of first person, like we already have discussed these cases, but it's just a repetition. So the possessive case of first person I is my and mine, and for we for we it is our or ours. We'll be having its clear discussion in the case when we'll be discussing active and passive voice. So no need to be worried about it now, especially now. Okay, so personal pronoun, I'm repeating it again. Personal pronoun, the pronouns that are used for the three persons, first, second and third person. So let's jump towards the second and most important kind of pronoun, that is indefinite pronoun. Yes, after hearing the term indefinite, what appears in your mind? Just think for a while. What does this indefinite mean? Yes, guess it. Indefinite. As the term indicates, indefinite, which means that not defined. In means not, definite means defined. If it is not defined, then how are we discussing it in the kinds of pronoun? It means it has already been defined. Now what does indefinite mean? Indefinite means it has not been defined for some specific person. For example, if I say he, if I say she, it means that I'm indicating some specific person. But if I say one who works hard, look, if I say one who works hard will pass the exam. Now a very simple question: did I identify anyone? Did I specify any guy? No, I have not specified anyone here. Instead, I have said that one who works hard. One can be anyone. That can be you, that can be he, that can be she, that can be your brother, sister, and that can be any person in the world. Clear? So the pronouns that we use, not for a specific person, as a generally when we use any pronoun for any person, there we call it indefinite, which means it has not been defined or particularized, or it has not been specified for some specific guy. Clear? So we have a number of examples of indefinite pronouns like any, many, anyone, or there are many other examples like yes, it's better to put it on the board. Someone, somebody, anybody, okay, someone, and anyone, anybody, and these all are the different examples of the indefinite pronoun, because in this we do not identify a specific guy. Anyone who walks would get healthy. I didn't say that if Mr. Peter walks, he would be healthy. No, I say anyone. Clear? Somebody has entered into the room. I don't know who that guy is, but someone has entered. This is what I have witnessed. This is what I have heard. Clear? So when the person or the person we're talking about is not particularized, is not specified, is unknown, is not particularized for some specific task, there we use indefinite pronouns. Hopefully this makes the sense. The third kind of pronoun is reflexive. Now, reflexive. What does this mean? Reflex. Re means again. Flex. What does flex mean? Yeah, you are getting it right. Reflexive mean where the action comes back. What does this mean? Where the action returns. Re means again. Reflexive, which means that re means again. So these are those pronouns in which the action comes back to the same subject. For example, there is a guy, he has done something himself, or there is a guy who has done something herself. It means that the action has come back to the same person. For example, I polish my shoe myself. Now, who has polished the shoes? I have polished my shoes myself. It means that the action has come back to me. So, what is myself here? Myself is called a reflexive pronoun. Hopefully this makes the sense. So what are the reflexive pronouns? The pronouns in which the action comes back to the same entity. The actions belong to the same person who is talking or who is doing that. Is it clear? So we'll be discussing about the, like in the very beginning I gave a short touch to the possessive pronouns. So when possessive pronouns like my, her, okay, when such terms are affixed with self. For example, I'm affixing like myself, her, self. Now self is itself a noun as well, but when it comes with the possessive pronouns, it converts into reflexive. And there is one more kind of pronoun, intensive or emphatic pronoun. We'll be discussing in a while. So when possessive case of pronoun affixes with self, it converts into reflexive pronoun. Is it clear? They do their work themselves. Now, themselves. Now this is what? This is the reflexive pronoun for they. And what was they? Of course, you got it right. They is a personal pronoun. Clear? But they can also be used as a indefinite pronoun. Now, a bit perplexion. So remember, never look at the word, look at its use. Okay? Now, there will be a number of words like they, he, she, it, and many other words. These are pronouns. and like anyone, someone, many, these all are what? These all are, we already have discussed it in indefinite pronouns, but we are not going to specify the term with indefinite. They may be indefinite pronouns. In some cases they become indefinite adjectives, and in many other cases they would become many other terms. So what you need to think, what you need to get, what you need to clinch is the concept of the word, where the word is used in which sense. Like I said, they is a personal pronoun, no doubt it is. But when I say, they say weather is cool. Now, did I specify any guy here? No, I have not specified. For example, I'm living in Quetta and I say the people of Karachi. Now, I don't know who has said this. The people of Karachi say the weather is cool. Who has said? They say the weather is cool. Now, I have not mentioned, I have not specified anyone here. So, even in this case, the personal pronoun they works as indefinite pronoun. It's creating a little ambiguity, but later on you will get it. When we'll be discussing different kinds of adjective, when you start comparing, you will come to know that it's not about the word, it's about its usage. Clear? So, reflexive pronouns are those pronouns in which the action comes back to the same entity. Hopefully this makes the sense. So, there are different reflexive pronouns like myself, herself, himself, themselves, itself, and many other. Hopefully this is cleared. Now there is another term, another kind of pronoun that we already have written on the board is emphatic. Now what does emphatic mean? It is also termed in some books intensive. Intensive. Now what does reflexive or intensive mean? Intensive or emphatic, sorry, not reflexive, emphatic. Now what does this mean? Look, emphatic means where you put stress. What does this mean? Where you put stress upon something. For example, you say, I polish my shoes myself. You are simply saying, I always polish my shoe. Okay, there is no another guy. But let's think that someone is having some doubt that no, you have not polished it yourself. What will you do? Either you would swear, okay, you would swear, I swear I have polished it myself. Clear? Instead of swearing, what would you do? You would put stress upon the reflexive pronoun. So then you would say, believe you me, I myself polish my shoes. What have you done here? Can you guess? You have done nothing, rather putting stress over the myself. Look, I polish my shoes myself. Simply you are saying, now in the second sentence, I myself polish my shoes. It means that you are putting stress over this term. You have done nothing special. You have put stress. So when you put stress over a term, either it is a pronoun or it would be a noun even, or it would be any other term like